Hello and good afternoon, is it? Not quite sure what the time is, but I have just had my coffee in Coffee Smith's. Where is Coffee Smith's? There you go, in good old Coffee Smith's. Being a Thursday, hello! Being a Thursday and all the market is on. We are just going to go this way because while I was having a coffee, Wendy, the town clerk, came in and grabbed a takeaway coffee. And I've been meaning to have a chat with her for a long time. So we're now going to go and do it. Road closed. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Get out with that coffee.
Alright, come on then.
Right, show me the way. So yeah, this is Wendy, the town clerk. Hello. I bet you were saying, shit, she's there with the camera now coming. Well, that's good. And it shouldn't be.
No, I'm open and transparent. That's what we need to be.
Good.
Right.
North Walshams Town Council, North Walsham Registry. You got your cones out today.
Well, one's been smashed up. And yeah, and this is an office with lots of people, so it's not always my responsibility to put this in. So, financial office. There's a financial people there. Registrars are in here. That's their offices.
Okay. Because you've got businesses here as well,
Yeah,
haven't you?
so the financial advisors, they're a business. This is Norfolk County Council Registrar's offices.
Right. Look at that. That's an old style safe,
Yeah, the
isn't it?
financial advisors use that. This used to be a bank.
Oh,
A
okay.
while ago.
Accessible toilets?
Yeah, disabled toilets. Have a look.
Yeah.
Because this building belongs to
Nice.
NCC and we just rent, NNDC and we rent it off them.
Norfolk District Council. You rent it off Norfolk District Council?
Norfolk
Norfolk District Council. And the businesses do as well, I
Yes, they
assume?
do, yes. So, let me just have that. This is...
Having a right tour.
I've got a lady here who does filming. I just wanted to introduce. I'll just show. This is a register.
Hello.
Are you okay?
My name's Claire.
I'm Brian.
Hi, Brian. And you're who, sorry?
I'm one of the registrars.
Oh, the registration.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Very nice, very clean.
I don't think their office is in there, but
It's okay. Probation.
I'm sorry, they've got somebody with them. So
Okay, not to worry. Not to worry.
Right.
Right, I'll follow you.
Come upstairs.
So, what do you do then if somebody is disabled? Because it's not.
I have got a doorbell.
Right.
We haven't implemented yet, so usually what happens, they come in and they talk to one of the people downstairs and then I'll come down and speak to them.
Okay.
I'm now doing a disability assessment. I'm getting a company come in to do a disability assessment.
Right.
These are staff toilets. This is our staff kitchen area.
Ooh. Very officey, isn't it?
Yeah. This is a company called Scribe. This is a private
Scribe.
company and they do accounts package, allotment package, burial packages for clerk, for local councils.
Okay.
So I work very closely with Scribe. And then we're up here. So yes, I think there is a problem for disability access. So a little toilet.
Another toilet.
I won't let, because of confidential information.
Yeah, no problem about that. Just turn your screens.
So just
Hello.
So this
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
This is Sherry. She's our RFO, our responsible finance officer.
Hiya.
This is Jess.
Hello.
She works with Sherry on finance, and this is Jasmine, and she works with me. She does all the posts on social media, etc.
Oh, social media and allotments. I do believe my wife has been in contact with you.
Quite possibly.
Yes, she's number 9, I do believe.
Okay. Yes.
And social media, while I'm here, if you don't mind me asking, do you do the town council website?
We look, yeah, we get.
Is that you?
Yeah.
Yes, all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because last month when I tried to find out about the town council meeting, nothing.
It's
It's
on
quite-
there under the agenda.
Right,
it's
because
under
everything
the-
was 2023 and 2024 stopped in March, but
It is
A
all
lot
there,
has
'cause
happened since then.
I have to put it on the website. It's always on the website. And
okay.
it's on our notice board, which is down.
Yes, I
down the
noticed
road as
your notice board last month, actually. Yes.
I mean, if Sherry, can you just bring the website up?
I've got it here. It's all.
So if you'd like to, I'll show you whereabouts it is.
Yes, please do.
You're not.
Yes,
Can you-
April 2024 was where.
Can you take that bit of confidential bit out of it?
Did I get a confidential bit?
I don't know if you did.
I'll-
or
I
Well,
not.
I've
can-
just closed everything else down apart from this.
I was going to say,
So this is the full council meeting.
Yeah.
So it's got April on there.
Yeah,
We've got
June.
The next one.
because there was no further dates to know, like this next one
Oh,
coming up.
I see.
It's like,
Oh, right,
I haven't
okay,
got
you
a
have
clue
to
when it
click on
is.
it.
It doesn't.
Can you show the lady where the
Yeah.
council dates are?
My name's Claire, by the way.
Claire,
It's
for
all
me.
right.
There we go. So the next one's on the 30th of July.
Ah, so somebody has to go into the.
No, they don't.
They don't.
There's somewhere else on here, isn't there, that we see
Just take my
list of
sunglasses. There is council dates, and I think it's meeting dates at the top
Yeah.
there. If you click on meeting
yeah.
dates,
Yeah.
there's a whole list of when our meetings are.
Aha.
It's normally the last Tuesday of the month.
Right.
Just to
Well, that's good to see because that wasn't there when I last looked,
That's
and there was
always been
two
there.
of us scrolling that to
But
find it, and we
whether-
couldn't find it.
Our year begins May, so that was updated in May.
Cool. No, that's
I make
good.
sure-
That's good.
I'm
That's
new
good.
here because I only started in January, so
Yes.
everything's taken a little bit of a time to
Well, thank you for showing me.
check, make
That's
sure.
all right, Jules.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because that's one thing I found. I think it was last month and the month before, because I was hoping. Because the last meeting I came to, there was a question mark of it being either 20th or the 21st, or whatever month that was. But I never saw anything confirmed anywhere via social media or your website.
We might put agendas up on the social media. We might put
Yeah,
up
but
on
the
Facebook.
date that was a question, which is why I missed. But then that was
So our
around the
next one is 30th.
of July.
That'll be downstairs, and that'll be 6:30.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
If you send me your email address,
Yep,
I'll email you.
absolutely.
All right, we're just going downstairs.
I'm going to grill her. Is there any questions you want me to ask her? Do you want a pay rise? Do you want extra holidays? There, you know.
Thank you, lady. Thank you.
Ooh. Well, that's good to know about the website because me and my wife did go through that, and it was like
I find it very
clunky, I think is the word we came to.
I think we
And,
will look and make it a little bit more accessible.
Yeah,
But if you want anything, if you want to know the snap meeting time, just email me.
okay.
And then I can give you that information.
Yeah, the snap. Well, I'm meant to be on the snap meet, not the snap meeting, the snap. Oh, look at this.
Really weapons.
Do they do their own flowers? Do they do their own decoration? Do they?
No. They may have some.
Because can they make this room a bit more personal to them? For
Big and flowers. Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I mean, I don't do the weddings and things, but yeah, they can. I think because they have weddings here on Saturdays,
Yeah.
and people just bring in flowers.
Wow. Yeah, because I thought before, it's a shame about that hedge, but
Our grounds people look after that.
Yeah, but that would be a great, fantastic photo to stand outside for a wedding picture. Do you know what I mean?
But it'd be better. I've got a post office in there. It'd be quite nice. We're going to have some
From-
flowers. Hopefully, get
Oh,
some
really?
flowers. And then,
Because I was thinking about a shot this way with
Yeah.
people standing outside and. Right, let's set this up then. Do you want me to sit with you?
okay.
Well, I just didn't know if you wanted company on the screen. Oh. Right. Yeah, we'll do this. There we go. I'll come and sit next to you.
Okay. I've got my coffee. You haven't
We've
got
got
yours.
no, I've drank mine, haven't I? I'll just take this off. Well, thank you for your time today. I mean, we met for the first time, didn't we, at the
Council meeting.
yeah,
wasn't it?
and I was very aware because I'd already spoken to the police about filming and where
Yes.
I could film and just making sure that I had their support, knowing what certain laws were, that I could just walk
Yes,
in
it's a
without
public meeting.
yeah, without anybody.
Any of our committees you can come along to.
Yeah.
They're all public, except the part where we exclude the public if there's some confidential staffing issues or a contentious planning application or something like that.
Mhm.
And then we would exclude the public from those. And that is part of the Local Government Act of 1972.
Could you also explain what a town clerk is? What is your job role?
So a town clerk is so sometimes it's called a town clerk / RFO, responsible finance officer. Okay.
Okay.
So a town clerk is somebody who does the operational part of the town council. Okay. So councillors come and make decisions, and the clerk implements those decisions and also advice. So I'm a legal advisor. I've just submitted my certificate in local council authority, so I'll be a qualified clerk.
Okay.
And that means once I'm qualified, the council will have the general power competency, but they do have the general power competency because the clerk who was here before, she had her qualification,
Yeah.
and you have to have 2/3 of councillors elected. Okay, and a qualified clerk to have your general power competency, and that lasts for 4 years until the next election, which will be 2027.
Right.
So even though I started in January without it, I was halfway through do my qualification,
Yeah.
and I've just sent it off for marking, so hopefully I'll have it in the next couple of weeks. But we still have it because we're allowed to have it for 4 years. Now, that means that the council aren't subject to certain powers, which is under the Local Government Act, so that means they can only spend their money on certain projects and certain things.
So if we start from the government pot
Yes,
down to the
precept.
down to what? Sorry?
We have a precept.
Precept.
So we request a precept, and it's all worked out on Band D houses. So it's worked out on a percentage of how many houses in North Walsham are Band D.
Which is 13,000 dwellings, I do believe.
I think, well, there's 12, yeah, it could be about 13,000, but we didn't put our precept up this year, so there was no extra cost to the taxpayer.
Right.
So we get a proportion of your council tax.
Yes.
That comes to us.
Yes.
And I think our precept...
And that does directly go to you. That doesn't
Directly
go to government and then
no.
down to district council
No.
and then down to you guys.
No, so it comes to
Straight-
government, goes to district, and then district have to send it to us.
Right. Okay.
So it was, I think it was
right.
400 and something thousand pounds, 469,000, 460 something thousand pounds this year.
For the year.
For the year.
460,000
£460,000.
Doesn't sound a lot, does it?
No. Considering we have wages to pay out there, we have all the upkeep. So that's what we get, okay? And we get that twice a year. So we get that in May, and we also get it in September. So we get half each. So we have to budget that we've got enough money till September till we get our next lot. So it's split into. And then we also, for doing highways, verges, doing county council verges and green space. Just the verges, not the green spaces, the verges. We get something from Norfolk County Council. Extra. So it's about £15,000 a year from them to cut the verges.
And again, that's not a lot either.
And that would cost us more than that to do that. So This is what we're spending taxpayers' money on. We're making sure the market cross is up to date. We've got to look after the parks. We've got to do the admin work, you know, pay bills, have
And I'll
staff.
say, the groundsmen that you've got
Fantastic.
are good guys.
They do.
I love
Brilliant.
what they do in the cemetery. I love how they bring in the wildlife and just all it just. I love their ethos.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had No Mo May in
Yeah.
May, and that did cause me a little bit of a problem because obviously there was a lot of water, things grew really badly. So
Well, it's been the rain, hasn't it?
yeah,
It hasn't really stopped
and
this
the
year,
rain.
has it?
So that has taken them a while to get back to the space. And Daniel is a fantastic guy, and he wants to make sure everything is done properly. He's very proud of North Walsham, and he likes to make sure it's nice.
It shows.
So they are in the middle of replacing benches. There's replaced a bench down Walsham Road, which had slates broken, but they don't buy new ones, they refurbish them.
What happened to the ones that were donated from the community shop that were in the town? They
So
seem
there's
to be
two new ones outside Cedar House.
But where are the old ones gone? Because they were resin plastic.
Yeah, so there's two outside here.
So they've been moved.
Yeah, so there's two outside Cedar House, and there's three still in the store, which are now going to be refurbished, and if not furbished or moved. And I think one's gone outside Walsham. Boys.
And is the one in the dog park going to be replaced? Because I noticed that one's gone.
It probably would be. We're slowly working through them. So there was one on Walsham Road that was damaged, slats moved. That's been refurbished.
Is that the one near the?
Isn't it a bridge?
Yeah.
So that's been done. The bus shelters down Norwich Road have all been cleaned. I'm gradually asking them to clean all the bus shelters because there's one up Grimmer Road that needs to clean and it's not very nice. So as you come into North Walsham, that's something that you look at. And just
Well,
think,
yeah, including when you come into North Walsham or on the subject is that piece of land down on the right hand side.
that doesn't belong to us. So we have
Why can't anyone put pressure on whoever owns it just to cut it and maintain it? Because that's the first thing you see.
Yeah,
And it's like,
I do understand that is something that I will get. I mean, I've asked highways to come clean all the signs because I think that as you come in, that is the first thing that you see.
Yeah.
We're not insured to do that. If my guys do it and something happens to them, we're not insured because that's not they're not on property, not on responsibility. They will have a little look at them sometimes. I mean, there's over that, yes.
The effort of making something look nice and it's hindered by those policies.
Yes, I know. It's just hard work. I mean, we're now hopefully taking off the licences for Church Slope, so we'll be looking after Church Slope. You know where that area is? We'll be looking after all of that.
Yes.
And we work hard. And outside Vicarage, outside the Vicarage toilets, there's a big
yes.
area there that's unkempt. Hopefully the council will be signing that over to us.
I know exactly that area, and I thought when I walked down there a couple of times, because I was used to what it has been like, that you can see like the little wooden signs that had things written on it, and the other week when I walked past, I thought it looks really unkempt, and then I spoke to a couple of people that were just passing by, and they liked it.
Yeah.
And I thought,
I'm not talking about the path that goes from Vicarage Street to Sainsbury's car park.
Oh, right.
I'm talking about an area behind the toilets on Vicarage Street that is looking a bit. It's a bed. It's a flower bed that needs to be done. But
okay.
the bit that goes from Vicarage Street car park to Sainsbury's car park.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure who owns that, but some people like it overgrown, don't they? And some other people,
It's just a bit of wildlife, but because we've had so much rain, it has gone a bit bonkers.
Yeah, I think there is a gentleman who looks after that. I'm yet to find. I'm looking at that.
Being gossip, I heard that it was donated to the Phoenix Group youth group.
I did check, and I don't know if that's correct.
Well, I heard it got pushed back because the Phoenix Group said, no, it doesn't belong to us anymore.
Right, okay. So that's why I'm still looking into that. I don't actually know who
Because
runs
again,
that.
I mean, we've got good chap Simon.
Yeah,
And
I think
we also
Simon
have-
looks after that. Is that Gorilla Man?
Yes.
Yes, I think he will look after that. I think he has taken it on himself to look after that.
Yeah,
area.
because he takes care of a lot of little areas that it's like, never even noticed that before. And it's when I see him that I know it's the area. And it's like,
I think he comes and waters the baskets up high,
He does.
doesn't he? And
Yeah.
he's done a fantastic job. And North Walsham and Bloom do a fantastic
Yes.
job, and we have given them £3,000 to help
yes.
towards them.
Has that paid? Because I was speaking to a couple of gentlemen a month or two ago that it was really funny because they were trying to put the new basket things on the rails. And they didn't quite fit. And it was talking about the old ones have been moved over to, which is nice to see, being recycled. So that 3,000, has that gone towards the new basket hangers? And
It just
things, or
goes
does it
towards,
go
it's just donation, because our grant policy is £750, and that has to be for specific items. If you do a donation, we can just give you the money to help with your
But does that go
ongoing.
towards their flowers or towards their
It just goes
baskets?
towards them to spend as they want to.
Right.
Probably flowers, probably baskets.
Okay.
It helps with their running costs.
Okay.
That's the difference between a grant and a donation.
Right.
So, Norfolk Community Travel Hub, the community bus system that goes round that helps the elderly pick them up and take them shopping. They applied for a grant, but they applied for a grant and they didn't have a specific item that they wanted us to do. So they've now applied for a donation from us, and that's yet to be approved by council.
Right.
Because they help 265 people at the moment in North Walsham to get around, to pick them up, to take them shopping, to pick them, you know.
Yeah.
Some people can't.
I've seen them. I think it was last year.
Yeah.
I was sitting in Cromer, and this lovely guy was helping these people on and off the bus, and I just thought, we need more of that. We need more of that kind of socialness.
Community, yeah. And it's
a
not
nice
just
job
about
as
the
well.
elderly, it's about the youngsters, it's about helping everybody. So I'm very much for that. I think
So am I.
we have a community and we need to promote North Walsham. We need to make it the best. We're the biggest town in North Walsham, in North Norfolk District Council, and we need to promote it and make it the best. So,
which possibly we could be getting bigger with the 1,200
definitely,
houses
yes.
plus the 54 on Station Road,
Yeah.
which I do believe.
That's been going on a long while, but that'll be coming to our council meeting.
Yeah, and it's already been rejected twice from the town council.
Yes, we have rejected
So I'm
it.
hoping it's going to be rejected for a third time.
Wait and see, but because usually if they're little planning applications, they do come to council, but just email them out, email councils out their remarks, and sometimes they'll make a remark and then we'll do it. But for big planning applications like this, they will come to a full council meeting.
There's 54 houses on that plot in such a difficult area to get to on that part of Station Road. I think it's awful.
It's up to the councillors to decide what they're going to do. So they make that decision, and then I'll just because we had to have our report in by I think it was the 30th of July, and I've asked for an extension, so I can ask for an extension on that because our meeting isn't until the 30th of July. So we went back to
And the
planning.
thing is that the yellow notices have only been put up on the 11th of July. So, and I've noticed where they've been put, you have to live around that area to see them. They're not spread about, and it's like they should be. Because if people
it's like what
realise...
NNDC do for that. I mean, I don't put the notices up.
Norfolk District Council.
So that's fine. So
yeah. So I've now got so much. The down there, the Black Swan in the car park there, the 4 new disabled bays that got put in to do with the HAS project.
yes.
It's all coming up.
That's the North Norfolk District Council thing.
Right.
So if you email me, I'll report it.
So,
or you can report it online.
right, but there's no actual, when you have these town council meetings, there's no actual district council that will come along and participate, because if people start coming along to
We have
these
two
meetings,
We have two North Norfolk District Councils.
so that would be
people
the time to.
to bring it up. So
Right.
you've got Paul Heinrich, he's a North Norfolk District Councillor, and you've got Lucy Shires, who's a North Norfolk District Councillor.
Right.
You've also got another lady called, I believe, who was at the election. She was taken on to replace Gary Bull.
Right.
So I will be inviting her. So she probably will be coming.
Right.
And then you have Saul Penfold, who's a Norfolk County Councillor, and he usually attends along with Lucy Shires.
Right.
So one does the east, one does the west. So they're always there. It's quite handy that they're town councillors as well, because they will give a report and then also on the town council.
Yeah.
So that's the time where you ask these questions, or just send them to me and then I will report on them.
I'm very aware of the accessibility from a disabled point of view, and also the elderly point of view that don't understand mobile phones, that haven't got Wi-Fi, that hasn't got laptops or whatnot. So I'm very aware more of what signs are up, what are where, because a lot of elderly are coming in, especially on a Thursday, and it's like, you know, we're all kind of used to picking something up and having the information there like 5 seconds later, but you've also got to step back to think it's not always about being online.
Yeah. So we have an electronic notice board upstairs,
Right.
and that's been purchased quite a while. And in the next week, everything on our website will be on this electronic notice board,
Right.
as well as other information. Obviously, I came in and had loads to do, so it's taken a while, and I am getting there. So my colleague Jasmine, who's really good with web design and social media, she is now going to put stuff onto this electronic notice board, and it's going to be in the marketplace outside the Phoenix building.
Right.
So people can swipe it and look, and all the minutes will be on there, the next day for the meetings, and it's a big thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say, I'll show it to
So
you.
it's
not
interactive.
Yeah, it'll have, I know it'll have QR codes and things like that, but you can still swipe it along and find anything. It'll have all tourist information on there. It's going to be
the bee's knees.
It's just getting it done, isn't it? It's like everything else, it takes a while. Keeping it updated, I mean, that'll be quite good because we can send it straight onto it. We don't have to go and program it. We can just, I think there's an app and we just send information to it. But that'll be on Thursdays. We also have our town choir on market days now, saying when our events are, just promoting us a little bit more and promoting.
What is going to be dressed up, ringing the bell?
Yeah, on a Thursday, saying markets on car boot is this, street feast is
and is that
then.
going to be a particular time, or is that
just on Thursday market days? I don't know what time you come. Probably about 10 o'clock time.
I was just thinking if people wanted to come and see that old part of British value, what
we would
time
put
that would be?
I'm not too sure. I mean, Jasmine was dealing with it, so I weren't too sure. But we've now got an advert going into just North Walshams, so we'll put it in there. We'll obviously put it on our website. We put it on our notice boards and just say it's coming along.
Because it's also tourism as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Kind of makes sense.
I have put all our town guides out into all the pubs and sent them down to the hotels and things, and I've put them in the library and our little maps. So I am trying to get us out there. It's just everything takes.
Yeah.
And I mean, we want tourism to come back in, don't we? And you know, I'm now going to Clark's National Conference things and promoting North Walsham.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just been in the Clark's magazine promoting North Walsham and stuff like that. So
and how do you promote North Walsham? What angle do you come at when you are doing this? That's put you on the spot, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just going about. It's going. It's just getting publications. Us in publications. North Walsham in publications. So that there's rural Norfolk. There's a tourist guide and just things like that. Getting us into there. Putting us at the train station, all our events at the train station as people get off the train station. Just going round to events. I mean, I went to the Black Barn Farmers Markets and just promoting North Walsham and saying, would you like to come and trying to build up a farmers market and our normal market here.
If it's
Um,
not raining.
Yeah.
Because I tried to come along to record one time and it was just miserable. They were all closing up by the time, and it was just like.
And I
bloody
can't
miserable.
do sales are becoming more and more popular, and I'm always at these events just sort of saying, how are you? And I go around to talk to people all the time.
Yeah.
I'm a very people person. And I like talking to people. I like them to come and ask me. I mean, I've been clerking for 6.5 years. I came from Walshams Town Council. I was deputy clerk, finance officer at Walsham, and I've come across here. I helped them out when they had a bit of, when the previous clerk left and they didn't know what they were doing, so I came and helped them out a little bit, and then I came and applied for the job and got the job. So, and I also clerked for a couple of other little parishes as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
See, to me, up until now, I always thought the town clerk was like the boss.
They're not the boss of camp. They're councillors come and go. The clerk is consistent.
Right.
The clerk will advise, and if the councillors make a decision that the clerk is not happy with, they in the minutes I will put against clerk's advice.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So they make the decisions. If they make a bad decision, that's their
What
decision.
about their behaviours as well? Does that come under?
They all have to come with code of conduct. So I am in the middle of, I've done the full council training.
Mhm.
I'm now in the middle of making sure that all councillors come to a code of conduct training, and I will hold them to account. I'm quite a strong, independent, professional
Good.
lady,
Yes.
and I will hold them to account because there are a lot of clerks that have. It's not just councillors; it's vexatious members of public as well as councillors, because they have. If a decision is made and a member of public don't like it, they can come and cause ever so much trouble at a meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have seen it all in the papers and things like that. And there is a lot of.
I have city council experience, you see, which is why when I moved here 10 years ago, it's like, I have no idea about town
And
council.
sometimes rural parish councils are a lot worse than big town councils because they're run by people who. Be careful what you say, don't be clear, but they're run by people who just think that it's our way and no other way. But they've signed the civic life of responsibilities, which is the 6 knowing principles.
Yeah.
They've got code of conduct, and I'm a very strong, independent woman, a clerk, and I know what should be happening, what shouldn't be happening. So I'm the overall. So some clerks are called CEOs of the council. I don't like to be called a CEO because I'm just a clerk. But it's not. Some parish councils think, oh, the clerk is just a secretary,
Right.
but she's not. She's not. She does
A bit more clout.
a bit more responsibilities. And the staff all come under me. I do all their appraisals, their reviews, and then I report back to council and the personnel committee. The personnel committee in town council will do my review. So all the grounds people, they all come under me because I'm operational.
Okay.
And the councillors make decisions.
Does that include contracts as well? Because Serico contract. Does that?
I do contracts.
You do
They have to. I'll do the contracts, and then I'll just take them to council for approval.
So, just quickly, a contract will come in. They will bid, obviously, the cheapest that they can do for you to accept.
Yeah. So usually, if it's above 25,000, it has to go on contract finder.
Right.
So if we've got a big project,
like bins, for instance. So is that a big 25 grand sort of?
yeah, well,
contract?
that's to do with North Norfolk District Council, but for
Norfolk
instance,
District
then
Council.
they would have to go out to tender, okay?
Right.
So they have to put it on Contract Finder, which is a government website, and then companies go onto government website and tender for those jobs, okay? And it's the same for us. If we wanted to put...
It's a bit like builders.com.
Yeah,
you go on
yeah,
and you think,
yeah.
right, I want this job
Yeah.
done. Who can
Yes,
provide
exactly.
it for?
if
less
it's
money
smaller
as
than that, we have some food suppliers that we use. But if like we wanted to do a project like, I don't know, when we done our new workshop down at the cemetery,
Yes.
we'd have to get quotes for that. We'd have to get 3 quotes. Now those quotes have to be.
It's that big building, isn't it?
Yeah. I have to take the name off of them, so they're all confidential. The councillors would not know who they were from these quotes, so that they can't come with a predetermined decision. They don't know who they are, and they would look at the quotes and then make a decision on the night of who they wanted to go with. So they don't know. So there's no favouritism. There's
no backhand. There's
none of that. So they wouldn't know who they were from. The clerk might make a little recommendation, and she might say, "Well, we've worked with these supplier before. This one is a national supplier, and this one is something something." So sometimes they would think, "Well, the clerk knows what she's talking about. We'll go with the clerk's advice."
I don't think so.
But sometimes they don't. It's up to them. It's up to them at the end of the day. I mean, for our streetlight contracting, we would have a contract for 3 years, and then we would, if it was over 25,000, we would have to go on to Contract Finder.
Street light contract?
Yeah.
What does that involve?
So,
You see, for me, I think, well, that's electricity. Surely that's the electricity
the
company.
streetlights go wrong. So they look after the streetlights. We had the streetlights in Memorial Park went wrong. We have to have a contract. We have to have them serviced every so often.
So that's not the owner of the electricity company?
No, there are streetlights. We have to, if one, so they've got metal on them, and sometimes they get vandalised. So then we would have to call the streetlight people because it's exposed wires. We have to get them repaired.
Yes.
The heads sometimes go, so we'd have to get new heads.
Right.
Luckily, they're most of them LED round here, so they don't go wrong very often. But so the street lights belong to. Some of them belong to. They're so confusing. Some of them belong to county, some of them belong to district, and some of them belong to town council.
Right.
And it all depends where we've now taken on the Grassverge contract for Hornbeam, which is down where Travis Perkins is, off Norwich Road. So highways will ask us if we would like to take
green
it.
down there, isn't it? Because you've
You
also
don't look
got
after the green, you
figs,
just look after the verges. So it's very, very
So
confusing.
who owns that green then? Is that to be the association?
That's not Norfolk District Council.
Norfolk District Council again.
It's all split up, and if they want us to look after it, then they'll give us a licence to do it.
Right.
It's really confusing.
It is.
Who owns what? But on our website, it does say the roads and the verges that we're responsible for, and the roads and verges and
I
green
know, but
spaces.
it's a lot to take
It is
in.
a lot
When
to
you're
take
reading and you think, which road is that? Which road? And it's like, sometimes it's a bit too much, which is why I like walking around.
Yeah.
And
Have you seen our new arch
arch?
that's gone up?
Where's that?
Maybe I'll take you there in a minute.
A new arch?
Take you there in a minute.
I don't even know of a new arch.
It's now gone on to Facebook.
Has it?
I'll take you there in a minute.
Yeah.
So when I first started here in January, there was an action list that was this long of stuff to do, and I'm slowly working down, and it's about this long now. So a project that they wanted to do was the town clock hall to be lit up.
What, for Christmas or just generally?
Just generally. So when England were playing, the lights would be red and white.
Right.
If it's breast cancer awareness, they would be pink.
So somebody would have to change these bulbs?
No, it's on an app, so you would change them on your app. And they would all automatically all change different colours.
Okay.
So LGBTQ, they would all be different colours to represent that. Lots. If it's Remembrance Day, they would be red, or all different colours, or they could be all the time, and they'd be lit up all
That's a
night.
nice little novelty thing.
They'd be, so you know when you get churches that are lit up, our town hall will be lit up. And it helps vandalism. It helps with vandalism because the clock hall will be lit up all times.
Yeah.
So even though we've got a camera there, the store will be lit up.
Cameras. Yeah, we were talking about the cameras. Now, the cameras. There's a lot of signs that says these CCTV cameras are basically looked after by North Walshams Town Council. And it's a case of, I've not worded it right because I can't remember the wording on there, but I've certainly recorded a couple of them, that it makes it sound like anyone in town council can access that CCTV cameras. So who came?
I can.
You came.
Only me.
And he was saying earlier that if somebody tripped, somebody had any vandalism, anything like that, they would contact you.
Oh, hello. Sorry. This is Claire. She records and things in town, and this is my other registrar, or the other registrar.
That's
No,
me.
no.
I've got a notice after lunch, and I just thought I'd check the.
Oh, we'll be.
Yeah, we're
Have
not
you got
going.
a wedding this afternoon?
No, we've got a notice, but they're getting married here, so I need to show them the route.
Oh, right. No, we'll be 5 minutes. Is that okay?
Take your time. It's only after lunch.
All right. Thanks. So we have our meetings here, and sometimes I have no meeting room at the moment, so I just have to ask them if I can come in here. So that is.
Because I'm guessing you did have a meeting room.
We used to have 2 offices which were separate, so I could always go into a separate office if I had a meeting, and I also had this room which we could use. But at the moment, I've got a meeting table which is in front of the window, but if I had to speak to somebody privately, I have no way of doing that at the moment. So that is being looked into.
So are they selling that place?
I believe it's going to go up for sale. It belongs to Norfolk County Council.
Right. And is that money going to come back into North Walsham if they're selling that?
It belongs to Norfolk County Council.
Okay. Okay. Need to check some laws on that.
It's not my property.
Yeah, no, it's just that my understanding, but I'm not sure if that was just about green spaces as well, that if these get sold, the money has to come back into that community where that was and what it is. So that would be interesting. Because it just seems like, well, they've got this place, they've put you in, you're now renting it off them. So
This is Norfolk District Council.
which
The
you
place
rented-
down King's Arm Street was County Council, Norfolk County Council.
Right.
So they're 2 different
Yeah. So all
authorities.
these pots are all.
It's difficult, isn't it?
It is, considering at the end of the day, it all comes back to the money, which is taxpayer.
Yes, yeah.
And I've had many MPs and councillors saying, yeah, but it's this pot and it's this pot. And it's like, but it still comes from taxpayers. It doesn't matter how many pots you go through.
It's all part of your council tax,
Yeah.
isn't it? So that proportion goes to town
Yeah.
council, that proportion goes
Exactly.
to district, that proportion goes to council.
Yeah, and it's like, they're just trying to bat us off, well, no, it's not that money, it just belongs to that pot. Well, where did that originally come from? But that's what you get. Yeah, going back to
The cameras, yeah.
cameras. So if anybody has any issue, they just basically get in touch with you. You can then monitor.
I don't monitor them, okay? The cameras are there if I have a problem with staff for me.
Staff.
Staff, or if I see something, because we have a camera in our office,
Right,
we have a camera outside here.
right.
So I don't really want to monitor the cameras at all.
No,
I don't.
Especially for staff. What if
Well,
if they're spending 5 minutes longer?
No, not that. It's if I have somebody come into the office who's aggressive towards my staff.
Oh, I see.
I don't monitor them. No, I'm not
Right.
allowed to do that.
Right.
So I'm the data protection officer, okay,
Right.
for freedom of information requests, ask requests. I gather all that information together. No, I don't. It's completely off. So there's a screen that's in my office. It's round the corner from where I sit, so the staff can't see it. I have it off all the time. But if there was a confrontation with one of my members of staff, so over down at the cemetery, and then I could check that, okay. But if there's an incident, the beat managers come.
Right.
And there is a record and they have to fill in a thing. So
The beat manager being the police.
Please, so that would be Alex or Emma who can. And I tried my hardest to get the CCTV cameras all down at the police station.
Yeah.
But it's so complicated. So complicated, so I had to move the whole infrastructure from King's Arm Street up to here, and I had to get a big antenna thing, and it was so complicated to get that done, but it's done now. So the computer and the screen is in my office, round the screen, round the side, it's locked. I hold the key for that.
Right.
And if there's an incident, I don't know, if there's something.
Can the police come to you as well and say, we've had a report?
Yeah, they do. That's what they
We
do.
need to see
That's
this.
what they do. That's exactly what they do.
Right.
So if there's an incident, somebody reports it to the police will then, not all the police, because the beat managers do it. Sometimes, in some places, loads of police will come in all the time to say, we need this instance, but I think with North Walsham, they ask the beat managers to do it. So they come and get the recordings that they need.
Okay.
Or I may be asked by, I've got an incident where I've been asked by a detective in Norwich for information. Now, I didn't really want to download that, so I phoned Alex and said, Alex, can you come and get this off my CCTV?
Yeah.
Because, and the only other people who can see the CCTV are the people who supply it. They're able to go into the monitors and check them and make sure, but sometimes they stop or they go around and what have you, but they've got compliance to do that as well. Yeah. So before I started, there was a couple of people who had it, and I stopped all that. So there's only me, Emma, and Alex who have access. No councillors have access to it. Nobody has access to it
Because that did concern me when I came across the laptop one particular day. I'm not going to get into it. But that did concern me because it's like that laptop.
No.
What can that access? Because I'm reading these signs and it's like.
When they say town council, I mean the clerk.
Right. Because we need to make sure things are kept confidential.
Oh God, definitely. And I've had to sign. I've gone to data protection training and all sorts.
Yeah.
So I'm the data protection.
And so with town councillors with their laptops when they go out and about, they are signed up to that as well, responsible for that.
Yeah, and it's something that I'm really hot on about confidentiality.
Because this day and age,
yes,
you know, it is.
And it'll take me a while, but I am trying to get them all compliant and the way they should be doing things.
When their socks up.
I'm on their cases all the time. And I don't think some of them don't think, oh my God, she's coming here, like the things, but I have a backup for everything that I'm doing. I'm just saying, look, this says this, you should be doing this, this policy says
well,
this.
in my job, I have to justify every step of the way, and it's like, that's in my job. And for people that are councillors or ministers, why aren't we holding them in that same sort of realm of, where's your justification to spend that money? Where's your justification to think that that's acceptable?
But also, if you've got taxpayers' money coming, that needs to be spent on things that are good for North Walsham. It shouldn't be kept. It should be spent and reinvested in North Walsham to make North Walsham better.
And what's needed?
Like what's needed?
That building next door. What way are we? Yes, over there.
That's district, that's not me.
I know. Bloody Norfolk District Council. I was quite horrified coming across that. I have lived here over 10 years, and that's the first time I came across that. And it was like, but that's also somebody's workstation. That is absolutely diabolical.
What, that building there?
Yeah. And the bins weren't locked. And it's like, you know, we're right next door to the countryside. And I mean, even when we were in the city, it's like, well, you're always 3 foot away from a rat. And it's like, is it me? Am I just being overactive? Or am I looking at this thinking, this is unacceptable? And for me, and because I've got this thing about Birchwood doctors with their bins, because I'm hot on confidentiality, what's going in there, kids, blister packets, are they empty, are they being disposed properly, and kids being, you know, that they could rubbish, and anyone could. But I just think, you know, we're losing a lot because of what the government has kind of implemented over the last 15 years. I've noticed the change. I've noticed the disjointedness in the connections of how things used to work. That's what I'm moaning about now, because there's like things that are not being picked up and that are just being left. And it's like that's.
Well, I can't speak for any other businesses, but I'm very into confidentiality. I'm very into transparency, and I'm very into doing the right thing.
Yeah, but
and because at the end of the day, it's taxpayers' money.
Yeah,
and it has to be spent.
And we're meant to be Great Britain, so it's a case of, you know, where's our morals gone? It's kind of there's been a lot of slippage over the past few years, but Duncan Baker is now gone. We now have a new minister in, so it'll be hot on his
New
heels.
government, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, 300 odd new ministers, wasn't it? And it's like, well, this will be good. Although what's his name? West Stammer? I can't think of his name. No, West. Maybe it's not Stammer. It's a name that I'm still learning. He's now the health minister.
Oh, right, yes.
So he's wanting to keep a lot of stuff privatised within the NHS, and it's like I had a hope, and I think a lot of doctors and nurses and people in the NHS had a hope that it was going to be like we can start stopping a lot of contracts over the next 5 years to bring the NHS back into national again. Do you know what I mean? Back into our hands where it should bloody be.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't comment on Facebook at all because but there's lots of comments on Facebook, and I just think, well, don't go on Facebook. Why don't you come to me and ask me?
Because it's easier sitting at home to people that will spend 5 seconds looking at a TikTok, but won't spend a minute trying to find something.
Yeah, because there was a thread on Facebook, and somebody mentioned my name, so I did comment. I said, please contact me on this number, or this person contact me. I gave him the correct information that he wanted.
Yeah.
And then I think he put a comment on and said, oh, Wendy Murphy was so helpful, she gave me the information that she needed.
Yeah.
It's because I see comments about the travel hub and the bus shelter that's been taken down.
Didn't that get hit?
That got hit by Sanders. But people need to realise everything takes a long time to do. So there was insurance claim money is coming. I've just got to go to council to get it confirmed. See, it's not instant. I can't just make those decisions myself. I have to go to 15, 16 councillors to get that decision. So that will be on the council meeting on the 30th. The next day, as I will order that bus shelter, and that will be ordered. So I put a Facebook comment out saying, 1st of August. That was before.
Yeah,
but
and I bet the groundsman chap who I can't remember his name, bless him, who loves he's a bus geek, isn't he?
Yeah, Michael.
I bet he'll enjoy that, having that bus stop.
And it's like the rock and rolls when that was got taken out. I mean, that shouldn't have happened to what happened to it. But where is it? But everything takes time. It's not just a click of the finger. And there was a big thread on Facebook. Just phone me up and ask me, and I'll be quite open with you and tell you what's happening.
Your town council Facebook page, maybe it's something like that.
We do that. We do that so much
every
more.
now and again, just to say.
So we put a nice little
whether they
thing.
ask
We
or not.
put a nice little thing about this new arch. We put a thing about the verges, and we put a thing about rock and rolls. Wait for the update. Then people say, well, we haven't had an update, but hang on, because we're still working. I mean, everything is there's so much going on that people don't realise, and about the good things that is happening.
Yeah.
And I think they forget about the good things sometimes.
Yeah. And when I have a bad day, you definitely focus in on the negative stuff, don't you?
Definitely.
But I'm trying not to do that.
No, and
it can be difficult sometimes.
Yeah, if the councillors make a bad decision and I don't agree with it, I will. I as a legal advisor will say it's against my advice.
Because what do you think is the best way? Do you think if people put their bums on seats to these meetings and the councillors felt the pressure, do you think that would be a better way forward?
I don't know, but people who comment and say, come and we've got a space on council, come and be a councillor. Come and be a councillor. If you feel that strongly, come and be a councillor, and then you'll have your opinion on council. Don't be a keyboard warrior, come and be a councillor.
I mean, I've been asked a couple of times, why don't you be a councillor? And it's like, but I would have to conform. And I don't you always have your vote, but sometimes you've got to remember a majority might go against what you think, and you have to accept that. But I'm a bit critical.
That's
I'm
good.
a bit of a cynic.
That's good. That's what they need. They need different, diverse people to be councillors. So we have a councillor that will be going out for co-option, And every 4 years they have to be voted on. So, you know, if there's nobody want to go up from, there's no elections, so that they just get it every year after year after year. But I mean, I'm trying to get
a
people.
shit councillor and there's not many people doing it, that person will just keep sitting there, won't they? In theory, not that there is any shit councillors, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying
They will do, but
that
it's
is
up to the other councillors
about it.
to vote them against them, isn't it? It's up to you each have your democratic vote.
Right.
But sometimes you won't always, you know, get what you need because you won't agree and people might agree against you. And that might be go ahead and what you want to happen might be disagreed against, and so that can't happen because it's all a democratic vote. If you get a majority vote, then it'll go ahead. So let's go and show you.
Let's go and have a look at this. Absolutely.
Like we're really chuffed with this because it's a piece of play equipment that's been
Revamped. Oh, right then. Let me get my little trolley. It's a lovely room.
Oh, could you press that handle down?
Yeah, of course.
Please, because I can't do both at the same time.
Is this the original flooring as well?
Yes, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it really is.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, I'm not
you
sure
got
what's happening with that over there. There's a few ideas.
you've
going
got
about.
what's name bins there as well, flower.
Flowers. Did want them out the front, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But we might fill them up and put some flowers in there. We haven't got round to doing it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, that over there.
That will happen, but
Is there any plans for that?
I'm not too sure. There's a few plans that they've talked about, but I don't think there's anything definite.
Who's they?
Norfolk District Council. So that is theirs.
Thank you. Oh, what a beautiful day.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
So these benches here were community shop benches
Were they the ones that were donated?
by the Norfolk Community Shop because the
Ah.
other ones have been taken out because they were sort of.
Well,
they
that's
needed
good to
be
see that they're
revamped. So there's
reused,
that
yeah.
one and that one, and there's 3 more still in storage which are going to go. I think that one over there is new,
Cool.
and they're going to replace that one outside there.
Okay.
Outside Roy's with
Well,
one
it
of
would be
these
great
ones.
to see one in the dog park. You know the park I mean, don't you?
Down track side.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're hard resin as well, aren't
yes,
they?
they are.
And I know wooden benches in certain places are not the best because of fire risk.
There's lots
but
more play parks.
I come from city, so I'm used to that sort of
There's
vandalism.
a lot more play parks in being developed. You know, there's public consultation about having a new play park.
Why can't the new play park be on Station Road? Why can't that be looked at as a more
So this is
sustainable?
This is my main notice board now that I use because it's up there. So this is the one that came from King's Street, and I asked Royce just to bring it up here.
Why not?
But I don't know whether
Recycling,
we'll
that's what I
use that
like.
When we get our electronic notice board in the marketplace, we might not use this one.
Oh, use it. Who's to say they're going to walk all the way down there?
Yeah. So this is our meeting. So we had a development and amenities meeting on the 16th of July. There's my agenda. I've got a
Nice.
finance meeting tomorrow at 1 o'clock. That's the only one
And
we have
these
in
are
the
all
afternoon.
public.
Yeah, it's all public until it gets wherever
On the
it says
last one.
exclude. The public
Yeah.
are welcome to this. This is going to have to be in my office though, because that building, where we sat today, is booked.
Right.
But these are usually going to be in the evening meetings. This is every year we have to do a internal audit and then we
Yeah.
have to do an external audit. So this is the annual governance and capability return. We have to put when the days are that you can come and have a look at our accounts anytime you want
Ooh.
to, between the 17th of June and the 26th
I do
of
like
July.
accounts. Right.
So you can come and scrutinise our accounts. I don't think a member of the public hasn't been.
So you can't see them any time you ask. That has to be between
between those dates.
those dates.
Yeah.
And why is that?
It's just the end of year dates, and so that's when we get
Oh.
everything together.
Right.
And that's
Okay.
when
And
you
signed off, so to
yeah,
speak.
when you can come and have a look at them.
Okay, that makes sense.
So maybe a bail inspection by any person interested for the year ending 31st of March. These documents will be available on reasonable notice by application to Sherry Woods, the RFO. So if you wanted to have a look at them. But a lot of it is on the website. We're all transparent, put loads on the website
Yeah.
because it's your money at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And you need to see how
How it's being spent.
What wouldn't show is people's individual salaries, so it would be there as a total, not individual.
Will that also include expenses? Does town council have expenses when it comes to staff?
No, the only staff expenses would be like if I went and purchased something. So I purchased one of these and I bought it myself, a recording thing.
Oh, right.
I bought it myself, so I put an expenses through for it. If I went to like the SLCC conference, which is a clerk's conference, that would be expenses, but
Right.
that's a national thing that helps me
Yeah.
with my job, so that would be an
So that'd be
expenses.
travel
It'd be
and possibly
travelling and
accommodation if needs be.
accommodation, yeah.
Fair dues.
But you would see that. If I was to earn over £50,000 a year, then that would have to be, you'd have to see that. I would have
Right.
to put that as transparent.
Okay.
So that is in the regulations, but anything under that is just one big figure, because I don't think government, that the people, nobody should know how much everybody earns. I mean, you wouldn't if you worked anywhere else.
Well, honestly, you've only got to look on the job description, and that normally comes with a with a rough
scale.
idea. Yeah. So I mean, you know.
It does. But I don't have to advertise that, and we do let people put their notices in, and this is just what we've got coming up. Yeah.
That's a good notice board. And where's this arch?
Let's have a look.
It's Chester. Hello, Chester.
Yeah, he's lovely, isn't he? He's
He
nice when
is.
it's all grown up around.
I think that looks great. He's just in his. That is just perfect.
Yeah.
So the arch isn't down there.
It's as you walk into the Memorial Park.
Non-recycling. Oh, is it?
Yes.
I'm trying to carry my trolley so it doesn't make any sound when I'm. Oh, they took their sign down. Are they not?
It's obviously not with Bruton anymore. Should we pursue it?
Yeah. Gorgeous day.
I'm now going to get a new defibrillator,
Okay.
and that's going to be on the side of poppies in the Memorial Park.
Fab. Have you heard of a stab unit?
Yes, I have.
Will North Walsham be getting one? Because there was a lady, wasn't there, that did a skydive.
Yes, well, she has
Um,
been in contact. I've got to take that to council because they'll
What, for them to
decide.
approve?
Yeah, they'll decide.
Jesus Christ, really?
Because they cost, well, that's something that they just have to decide. Because there are the fors and against. So if you have a
But she's
stab,
raised
is that
money to get one.
yeah, but does that promote that North Walsham has a problem with stabbing?
Even if it does, it's there to save a
Yeah,
life.
Yes, yes.
And I mean, you know, we've had a stabbing here. We've had, well, we have, haven't we? What was it, 2 years ago? 3 years ago?
Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, down there, Sainsbury's. But
yeah, no.
regardless of what anything promotes, if it's life-saving,
Yes, I do agree.
it's not there to promote, well, we can do violence now because there's a life-saving equipment there. Bollocks. Oh, look at these.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Are they foxgloves? Oh, and daisies.
This is
Oh, hollyhocks, that's it. Thank you.
Some poppies, and they're all natural, aren't they? All been lovely.
Yeah. I love that.
There's
Oh, yeah, and
arch.
the... Oh!
So that used to be a skate simulator, so a skate park.
Oh, what, from the skate park here?
There used to be a skate park here in North Walsham, on the Memorial Park. So this
Wow.
is here,
Yeah.
and it's going to have lettering hanging from it
Oh, wow.
to say what it is. It's either going to, I think, well, it was going to be a coronation arch, but it's a long while ago since the coronation arch. So it's either going to say the King's Coronation Arch, or it's going to say something else like War Memorial Park. We haven't
Haven't
just got to
decided yet.
check no. It's good, isn't it?
Well, it's different. For some reason, I had wood in my head when you said that. I just automatically went to a wooden arch.
So it's an old skate park simulator.
Why don't you open it up on your town council for people to have ideas of what to put there? Have a bit of engagement going
that's
on.
been done well before my time, but I've just made sure it's gone in. Yeah, I think the councillors want to decide, but they could. But I think I was speaking to a couple of people and they said you could put Christmas lights on it or stuff, but we might put some uplighters down on the ground to light it up. But they're going to be metal lettering that goes around it. And
well, I'm looking forward to seeing it finished.
yeah.
The old park over there. Oh yeah, because there's a allotment. Do you guys own that allotment round the corner then?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yes, we've got
We
20
need-
allotments.
We need more allotments.
We may have some more coming.
Really? Because that's another thing about the Station Road recreation, sports recreation. It's like, you've got it. Why doesn't that get given back to town council?
Yeah, that's gone past, and so that's going to be. That's where the 54 houses are proposed, isn't it?
Yeah, but if... Oh, don't get me started. Oh, shit. Oh. But yeah, so what were you then saying about the allotments? There's going to be more?
Well, that is a proposal for allotments. We have an allotment waiting list, so that would be something.
But where would you put them?
Well, it's all in the public domain. So we're looking at a new cemetery because we're running out of space. We're looking at having a new cemetery.
Where would you put that?
No, Waitrose, just off the road behind there, but we're just still investigating that at the moment.
Okay.
And that would be where we'd have a lot more allotments there as well. I know it's a bit out of town, but that's what.
I had an idea when I was last at the cemetery, and I was looking at the allotments to see what was growing and just to check that what we were doing in our garden was growing the same speed as everybody else's. That building that you talked about with where the groundsmen are, that roof, that square metre roof to the rainwater, that it would be
If you could do
ideal.
rainwater harvesting, wouldn't it?
But for the people in the allotment, if you got, I mean, we're looking into 1,000 litre water butts you can pick up for 35 quid, with the metal kind of containers
The
to
IBC
them.
containers,
And it's like, you can get them second hand, and it would be great to have them all down the back there, harvesting off that roof for all the allotment people to be able to access and use. And it's
but
like...
also North Walsham and Bloom could use them.
Yes,
couldn't
yeah. Well, they could certainly stock up because you can't beat rainwater.
No.
You really can't.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's something that I could sort of take forward because they could just put some. It's quite easy to do.
Well, it's just a downpipe, and then you just and for those sort of containers, I mean.
So yeah, that's something, and I also will be getting a biodiversity policy done, bringing in a biodiversity policy.
Whatever. Can you break that down a bit?
So it's just about what we're doing to help nature, help with help with the environment, help. Like wildlife, like what No Mow May and stuff like that. So we
coming back to Station Road again, of having a little wildlife area.
Yeah, just having, where we just. I mean, there's a little wildlife area on Yarmouth Road, isn't there? I think that one of our grounds people looks after.
Yeah, and around that corner there as well, like the bit. You just can't have enough of it.
Yeah.
And bees, we need to keep our bees.
Yes, definitely.
And I've not seen many butterflies this year either.
There's, I don't know where they are.
No.
But yeah, so that's.
Well, thank you.
That's where we are.
Thank you for that.
Come and see me anytime.
I shall. Yes. And the next meeting is on the 30th of July.
At 6:30. That's not this coming Tuesday, the
following Tuesday. Day after my birthday.
On our Facebook page and our website is when the snap meeting.
That's August?
Yes, it is August. And I will update it again. And I don't know whether it's going to be in the Phoenix building or whether it's going to be
where we sat today in the registry office.
Right.
Because they're both public buildings.
I'm one of those that when I go for little walks, I have a little brown bag, and when the seed pods are ready,
Oh gosh, yeah.
I knock a few of the seeds into the brown.
poppins and
Yeah,
things.
because
The,
I think, you know.
when I went to Nelsrum, they had those lovely feathery poppies. Oh, they were gorgeous.
Oh,
So I got
yeah.
a few of those seeds and put them in my cup.
Well, I don't have a problem with that, because I've heard many people's opinions over what should and shouldn't be, and it's like, well, you know, like that lady. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me at all. It just makes me realise that she likes it and she appreciates. Graffiti. I think we
yeah.
need to get some graffiti artists involved in some areas
Do you do
in
graffiti?
North.
Do you
I
know
don't,
graffiti?
but I do know a graffiti artist,
That's another
and
project that
I've
I'm
met
thinking
a
about.
few. Really,
Mm.
I might have one or two graffiti artists' names
Oh, right. I'll get in
to give.
contact with you.
Absolutely. Well, that's the bus stop you're talking about,
Yes,
isn't
I
it?
am.
So that'll be in before the winter anyway.
Yeah.
But
then with all the rain-
got, natural living roofs as well.
Oh, have they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
They're
that.
the only ones in
Norfolk, in Norfolk to have natural living roofs, and we are the only person in Norfolk district to have electronic bus timetables on them. So that's why it takes ages to get them done, because we've got to have all that done.
I like the living roof.
Yeah, can you see it? It's all like
Just
sedum,
about, yeah.
Sedum, is it sedum? Sedum all going up on there. You can see more so on this
Yeah.
one.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
Good, brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah.
So this is, they were saying all the buses don't have room, but Saunders tractors coming in here before it was
Jeez.
done, so they know that they can get round.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's slightly tight, I must admit.
it is tight, but
Oh,
they
don't
said
be...
it was okay.
Well,
Yeah,
Oh,
so you
there's
can
a-
see it all sort of.
yeah, I
see it
can.
'cause I'm tall,
Yeah, you're
but
taller
you
than
can see
me.
it all going on the top there.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, naturally.
And you've got a... What happened to the outside Phoenix before that all got done? And there was then benches and also the wooden square flower pots. What
Are
happened
they
to them? No.
I don't know. I don't know where they are.
And the benches.
I've
Because
got
it's
no
like,
idea.
why can't they go back on? Where have they gone?
I don't know. They might be in the groundsman's workshop.
Okay.
They wouldn't have gone anywhere. They will be around somewhere for
Yeah,
them to look at.
yeah. Because one thing is for sure that I've learned about graffiti in the past is, you know, if you get the schools involved with the design,
Definitely, that is something.
you know,
that,
ownership is quite important. That's,
yeah, especially down where the skate park is.
yeah. And the under pathway bits on Cromer Road.
Yeah, and I
As
think
well.
that if you get them involved, they take pride in it and they look after it.
Yeah, not this stupid willy stuff that they tend to draw, i.e. down Black
Get a proper
Luke.
and show them how to do it properly.
Yeah,
I mean, we've had all our skate park re-cleaned. Nick Hindle came and done that. Who was our stonemason,
yeah.
and he's
Oh.
cleaned it all. So there was not some offensive language
Oh,
on
so
there.
that's
so
what he
cleaned
was
it all.
there for. Okay. Oh,
And
that
he's
makes
also
sense.
cleaned the fountain, which is down the bottom opposite, just in front of the market costs.
Oh,
as you go
right.
down.
Yeah.
So, and I'm getting a Legionnaire's test done on that. And then
Okay.
there'll be drinking water coming out of there.
Oh, wow.
And at the bottom is a doggy thing for dogs. It's got to be, I've got to have a Legionnaire's test done first to make sure it's all okay.
So this touch screen, are you going to have wipes? How are you going to facilitate to keep that clean?
I don't know. Don't know.
All this COVID
I do
stuff,
not
and it's
know.
like, you know that's going to come up.
I may have to get it cleaned once or twice a day
Well,
with some antibacterial wipes.
it's
I don't know.
crossover.
It
Yeah.
was ordered before my
Well,
time, so I just
I
sit
know,
in my
but you
office, I
know
just
it's
box
going
it
to
up.
come up, so it's kind
Oh,
of...
yeah.
Got to get your head round that.
Yes. Haven't thought about that one.
You see what goes on in my mind when I got time to think.
All right then.
Well, thank you very
That's
much,
okay.
Wendy.
Lovely to meet you.
And I'll post this up, and
Yeah.
hopefully it's not cringeworthy.
All right.
Anyway, thank you, Wendy.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ah. Now, I hope that was a good hour well spent. I think longer than that. But that was Wendy, the town clerk. And as she said, the next town council meeting is on the 30th of July, which I do believe is a fortnight Tuesday. So I'm just concentrating to not get knocked over at this precise moment. Oh, cross over here. So let's get some bums on seats. I almost want to say let's make North Walsham great again. But let's not go there with Donald Trump. Save that for another day. And it looks like this is all now starting to close down. And this is where I'm going to leave you. So thank you for watching if you got this far. If you want any comments, please comment below, especially any questions that you want me to take to the town council meeting. Yeah, and like, because it's meant to help algorithms or something. But thanks for watching, and I'll say cheerio for now.